fire. In fire station number 10 on Main Street lived Captain O'Brien and 5 firemen. They had one shiny red fire engine that they polished every day until it was as bright and red as fire itself. One summer day, Stewart O'Brien, the captain's 8-year-old son, asked his father if he might be a junior fireman, a sort of fire boy. I want to be a fire boy, a fire boy, a fire boy. I want to be a fire boy, for I'm the captain's son. I'll be on time, I won't delay the fire engines night or day. I'll follow rules in every way, for I'm the captain's son. I'll go to the fires with the grown-up firemen, and when they get tired, I'll bring them something to eat and drink. Well, I don't know, Stewart. You're kind of forgetful sometimes, and when that alarm goes off, you haven't got more than half a minute to be dressed, down the fire pole, and on the truck. But we'll give you a try. The captain gave Stewart his own bed on the second floor, right in the room with the other men. He gave him boots, pants, a coat, a metal hat, and a flashlight. That night, the alarm sounded. The men jumped out of bed and into their boots. They put on their pants and suspenders and hats. One after another, they slid down the pole. Stewart was the first one down, but when his father saw him, he got very angry and said, "You want to be a fire boy, a fire boy, a fire boy. You want to be a fire boy, for you're the captain's son. You said that you would not delay the fire engines night or day. We should be starting on our way, and you've forgotten your boots." He was standing there in his hat and coat and his bare socks. By the time Captain O'Brien's men arrived at the fire, the engine from another station had already put it out. All the captain's men could do was climb back on the truck and go back to the fire station. About a week later, in the middle of the night, another alarm was turned in. All the men jumped out of bed and into their boots. They put on their pants and hats and coats and slid down the pole. When the captain saw his son, he got very angry and said, "You said that you would not delay the fire engines night or day. We should be starting on our way, and you've forgotten your coat." Once again, they had to wait for Stewart to go back and change, and by the time they arrived at the fire, someone else had put it out. The men climbed aboard and went back to the station. The next time the alarm sounded, Stewart forgot his hat, and once he even came down the pole with a hat and coat and boots, but no pants. By now, the men were beginning to call him Scatterbrain Stewart. They were all very angry and a little worried, too. Of all the careless fire boys, the captain's son's the worst. Though we move on the double to the scene of the trouble, someone else has always gotten there first. Our pump is getting rusty and our hose is full of leaks. We're professional firemen and we haven't seen a fire in weeks. So the men got together and formulated a plan. When one day the alarm sounded, fireman number 1 put on Stewart's pants. Fireman number 2 put on his coat. Fireman number 3 held his hat for him. Fireman number 4 saw to it that he had on socks. Fireman number 5 put on his boots. Captain O'Brien's men were the first to arrive at the fire, and they put it out in no time at all. After it was over, the captain turned to his son. "Well, Stewart, today you were ready with the other men, and I'm mighty proud of you. But I was so busy directing everyone at the fire, I didn't see what you were doing. Where were you?" Scatterbrain Stewart looked at his father and said, "I have something to confess. The firemen all helped me dress. That's why I was on time, I guess, though I'm the captain's son." "But, Father, they forgot to pick someone to put on my suspenders. And so I spent my first big chance just holding up my pants.